You're watching part 2 of a 3-part series on how to take care of our cast iron pans. We showed you in the first one how to season a brand new pan. This episode, I'm going to show you how to clean pans, and if we have to, put a light seasoning on them. This is scrambled eggs from this morning. I left them in here that way, you know, we get busy in life and things happen. And I'm going to show you how to clean these non-abrasively. The other thing I'm going to show you how to clean is, say you have a little bit of extra bacon grease or any kind of grease in the bottom of a pan. I'm going to show you how to non-abrasively take care of that, because if you do an abrasive clean, then you have to re-season that pan. All right, let's start with the grease and then we'll get to this one. So as you can see, this one here has got what looks like maybe sausage. It's also got oil in here. So what we're going to do is we're just going to turn the heat onto this pan up to high, because we want this to be running instead of a solid. At this point, our pan's been on the heat for about 3 minutes. As you can see, this is liquid. So we're going to put it under some very hot water to clean that up. I got the faucet running as hot as it'll go. You're going to see some steam. Not a lot this time, and that's a good thing. Just going to rinse that around a little bit. Take a rag and just kind of clean the inside. Then we dry this thing, and then if we have to, we can do a light season on it. Before we move on to the other pan, I just wanted to show you how clean this is. Now, a couple things I want you to keep in mind is when this pan comes off of that stove, it's hot. That's why we had the water at its hottest temperature. And depending upon how hot this pan is, depends upon how much steam you're going to get off when you put this into the water. Make sure your face isn't over it. Also, when this is hot, if you use cold water, you run the risk of cracking your pan. This pan looks absolutely amazing. I don't think that it needs to be re-seasoned, even if it's a light season. I think just simply taking the oil out with the hot water and wiping it down with a clean rag worked. All right, off to the eggs. I'm going to show you how to clean up these eggs the non-abrasive way. Now it starts with just a Scotch-Brite pad. We're using the soft yellow side, not the hard green side. We're not using any kind of abrasive tool to get these out, because like I said earlier, abrasive equals seasoning again. And I'm hoping I can just get away with a light seasoning. Like I said, we're just going to come through, use our water, scrub most of this off. That looks great. Anything that we can get off out of this pan without having to go to the next step just puts us that much further ahead. And it does require a little bit of elbow grease. There you have it. Now we're going to go to step 2. All right, that's looking pretty good, but let's add our secret ingredient, and that is just kosher salt. Give it a good amount. Put it in there. A little bit of water. So it requires that elbow grease. Make sure you get all the sides, little pore spouts along the bottom. All right, let's check this out. That looks pretty darn good. We do have a stubborn spot or two in there. There we go. This is our egg pan all cleaned up, and as you can tell, it does have some spots in here. It probably could use just a refresher when it comes to seasoning, so I'm using no more than about a capful of just vegetable oil. Just kind of roll it around in there, along the sides, along the tops. Yeah, I'm going to turn the stove on high and just let it start cooking down. I don't want to leave this on for too long when it starts warming up here. I'll probably start looking at taking it off. This pan's been on for about 10 minutes, and I'm gotta tell you, it's a little warm here, nothing crazy, but it looks pretty damn good. I think we're done. Mission accomplished. All right, let's do a recap. All right, here's our 2 pans. This is the first one that just had the oil in it. Looks great. No problems, didn't have to re-season it. This is our other pan. We noticed that it had some, when you look at a pan, you see these dull spots. That's what this had. But if you look at it, looks pretty damn good. That's how you properly clean your cast iron pans and to do a light season. I want to add one more thing. Wooden spoons or wooden anything works great on these things. The reason why? Not abrasive. You put metal on metal, you're going to be screwed. Plastic works pretty good, but I don't know. There's just something about a wooden spoon, because that's what Grandma used. And this isn't even a spoon, but I use this all the time. Good. Perfect. All right. We'll see you on the next episode, which is going to be, we're going to restore a pan. Love you. Peace. See you next time.